Alright, so I just came back from that yard sale from walking my dog, and holy crap. This bag right here is full of PlayStation 1, Wii, Xbox 360, yeah, really good games. Let's see, I think there was 16 games and I got them for 28 bucks. So really good deal with that. I'm going to go ahead and go home and include these to the beginning of this pickup video. I don't know if I'm going to make this a separate video or not, because there is a lot of good stuff that I just found at one garage sale while I was walking my dog in my neighborhood. So I'm probably just going to make this a separate video. Just like a mini garage sale pickups video. Because, again, this was all found at one garage sale, and the guy said he had Gamecube, N64 stuff, and, no, he just said he had a Gamecube and a Nintendo 64 that they don't play anymore. They specifically mentioned Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64 and Wind Waker for the GameCube. So hopefully that'll be a good pickup. But yeah, I'll go ahead and go home, show you guys what I got. What is up, everybody? SSB Parrot out here. As you guys saw, that clip at the one garage sale that I went to this week, I found a bunch of PlayStation 1, Xbox 360, and Wii games. Well, after that happened, the next day, actually, I got a text from the same people that said they had some more games. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if I mentioned this in the clip or not, but they said they had a GameCube and a Nintendo 64, and specifically mentioned Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. So I got really excited when they texted me, but unfortunately they told me that they were going to keep them, and they had some PlayStation 3 games to sell me instead. And again, those were priced at $2 a piece, and there were some really good titles, which I will show you guys, but that is not the only thing I got. That stuff is not all I got. Technically, this pickup was a part of a garage sale because I got these games through contacting a lady at a garage sale. If you actually watch my Super Nintendo Sweetness video, I mentioned a lady said, I mentioned how a lady told me that she had GameCube, PlayStation 1, and Super Nintendo games for sale, and that we were going to hopefully work something out. Now, the deal with that was crazy. I'm going to talk about that when I start the pickup, because as you can tell, it's been quite a long time since I made that Super Nintendo Sweetness video. But I think this video actually has more games than that video. So really excited to show everything I got off to you guys. But let's go ahead and start with the first pickup, which was at that one garage sale. Now, actually, when I walked up, I noticed that there was a bunch of CDs, and as soon as I saw like the NTSC in the top left-hand corner, I got super excited. I knew they were PlayStation 1 games immediately, so I ran up, and I got a few good games. Unfortunately, there was no Klonoas or any RPGs or anything like that. No Crash Bandicoots or Spyros even. Most of them were like wrestling. You guys will just see, but nothing spectacular. Which I'll go ahead and show you guys. So first off, there was one game that did not come in the case. I thought I checked all the cases, but turns out I didn't. Luckily, this isn't an expensive title. It's a $2 game. Big Race USA. Like I said, I thought I checked all the discs, or all the cases, but unfortunately that was not in there. But here are all the games that were in there. First, we have a ECW Hardcore Revolution, probably the best game, I'd say. Wheel of Fortune, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and I also had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and some powerboat racing game that was in a Blockbuster case that like had the pages of the manual cut out, which was only like a $3 game. But I sold those both to my friend for $10, so I made a little bit of the money back. But that's why I don't have them there. But finally, the last PlayStation 1 game, I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit. It was actually a long box game, which I have never seen. I saw one back when I first started garage selling, and I didn't pick it up, regrettably. Because I just think it's a really neat idea, or not idea, it's just a really neat thing that, was a part of the PlayStation's history. And this game is like a $4 game loose disc, but it's like a $15 to $20 game if you find a complete box. Which I can understand why it would only be a $4 game. It is a 3D fighting game, Zero Divide. As you can tell, the graphics are just absolutely primitive. Just basically, if you've ever played Balls 3D, this is pretty much just like a slightly better version, but it is complete and in pretty mint condition, so, it's something I probably won't ever play, but something, as a collector, I'm really glad I found. Alright, and then the only PSP game they had, unfortunately, the front label is water damaged, but, it is B-Boy, a fighting game that's like kind of like a beatboxing game. I don't know. It's very strange, but it is complete in box. I only collect PSP games if they're complete in box. Don't ask me why. I really don't know why. I just kind of like the cases. But that was it for PlayStation stuff, or on that day at least. But up next, I have 2 Wii titles. After I actually was like looking at all the PlayStation games, I asked if they had any other video games, and the kid there turned, pointed his finger behind him, and there were some Wii games. There was like 5 or 6 or 7 or so. He had each of those at $2 a piece as well as like the PlayStation games and everything else. But most of them were very kind of bad titles, just cheap. I don't know, cheap. What do you call it? Oh god, there's a word for cheap, shitty Wii games. I don't remember what it's called. But most of them were just bad. These were the only 2 I picked up, and this first one is not very valuable. I thought it was at first, which is why I picked it up. I thought these kind of games were valuable, but it's WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. It's only like a $5 game when it's complete in box, but it is complete in box. Disc is a little scratched, but I tested it, and it works. Unfortunately, this next Wii game, which was the best game out of the lot, was the only Wii game that did not have its manual. But it is really good to sell and get my money back, or to trade, because it is a very valuable game. Well, not valuable, just sought after, I guess. But New Super Mario Bros. Wii just has like the, I don't know, kind of like advertisement inside. But the game is, again, a little scratched up, but works. Okay, now after I asked about that, I asked if they had anything else like inside the house, and the kid mentioned he had a bunch of Xbox 360 games that he was planning on trading into GameStop. Hold on, let me sit back a bit. My back is killing me. I'm gonna move this off. Oh god. Much better. But anyways, he brought like 2 pretty decently sized stacks. Again, they only asked $2 a piece. The games I passed up on were a disc-only copy of Gears of War, and then Bionic Commando, like the remake, which I heard was terrible. Those were the only 2 games that were not sports games that I passed up on. These other games were all games that I picked up. These were all the games that weren't sports games. But anyways, first we have, all these are complete box, by the way. 2 Human, a Silicon Knights title? I remember hearing about this. I'm not sure if this is right or not, but I think they've worked on a few Star Wars games, or was it Star Trek? Oh god, I can't remember, but I have heard good things about the company. Then we have Time Shift. Surprisingly decently valued game. It's like a $10 game. Tetris Evolution. A game I've heard is pretty bad, but it is a Final Fantasy title, so I thought I'd pick it up. Final Fantasy 13, everything's in here in good condition. And then a game I've really been wanting to play for a while, very sought after, well, not sought after, again, it's just, people have heard good things about it. It's a horror game made by Sega, Condemned Criminal Origins. The disc is in absolutely perfect shape. I'd imagine the kid tried playing it once and immediately got terrified and put it back, never to play it again. But I will gladly play it because I'm actually a huge horror game fan. But alright, that was it for that day. And then the next day, when they texted me and said they had some more video games, I went out and they had just 2 stacks of PlayStation 3 games. These were the best titles. Again, only $2, so an extra $10. So in total for all of this stuff, I paid $38. But these are some actually really decent PlayStation 3 titles. First off, we have Final Fantasy X X2 HD Remaster, complete box. Square Enix title, which I had no idea, like I've never heard of. Sleeping Dogs. It's not a valuable game, but I've never heard of it, so I thought I'd give it a try. Again, another not so valuable game, but a really good game. Metal Gear Solid 4. Final Fantasy 13-2, which I believe is like a sequel to 13? I'm not too sure. But the best game out of the lot, of course, did not have its manual, but it is a $20 game. Well, it's like a $15 to $20 game even without its manual. But Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. I'm more than likely going to be selling this because I'm not a huge anime fan. I don't really watch Naruto or anything like that, but everything is pretty mint, so more than likely I will be selling that or trading it. But that was it for everything. Like I said, $38 was the total. Not bad for all that. Unfortunately, I wish there could have been some better PlayStation 1 or Wii titles, but you take what you can get. Alright, now onto the absolute big pickup. 24 games. Now, I have good news and bad news about this pickup. So, basically, a couple months ago, I went to a garage sale, and the woman said that her sons had PlayStation 1, Gamecube, and Super Nintendo games, and that they were going to sell all of it. So, she gave me her number, which was nice, and she said, text or call me whenever, by the end of this week, and I'll get back to you. So I called her, like, the next Saturday and asked her, and she said her son still had not come back. And so I was like, okay, it won't be that big of a deal. I completely forgot, which is surprising because, usually I get really excited when I hear about, like, Super Nintendo and GameCube. Those are my two favorite systems, and PlayStation 1. So I completely forgot, but then when I got my new phone a couple weeks ago, I was looking through the contacts and making sure all of them were there, and I was like, Donna Games. Oh! So I immediately contacted her. I was like, do you still remember me? And she's like, yeah, I do. Let's get together. And so we tried a couple of times. Sometimes she was busy, sometimes I was busy, but we finally met up this Monday. And when I got there, the bad news was they decided they were going to keep their Super Nintendo games. I was really bummed about that because I was really hoping I'd be able to find some Super Nintendo games. I haven't found those in a long time. But the kind of good news is she said that she's still going through her PlayStation 1 games. She mentioned PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. Her son is still going through all that, and she said, I have your number. I'll text you. Hopefully that'll work out. Maybe I'll text her in like a couple of months or something if she hasn't texted by then and ask her about it. But the extremely good news was she had all her son's GameCube games. And there was 24 games total, and none of these were sports titles. They were all pretty damn good games. Now, unfortunately, only half of them had their manuals, but most of them, the discs were in pretty good condition. But let's just get right into the... Oh my goodness. Let's get right into this fight. First off, we have a really, really good title to start off with. I'm going by alphabetical order, by the way. Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings in the Lost Oceans. Heard amazing things about this. It's a card game RPG. Both discs are in there, and the manual is in flawless condition. The discs are in absolutely perfect shape. I don't even think they ever played them. Played this game. Alright. Now, I don't know where I should put this. I'll just put them right here. Then we have another amazing title, complete in box, F-Zero GX. Really, really excited about this. I've heard really good things about this, and it's like a $25-$30 game. Alright, probably the worst game out of the bunch, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, missing the manual, not a big deal, it's like a $4 or $5 game, but, you know, when I'm going for a complete GameCube collection, I can, and most of these games I haven't even, like, I don't even have, so this is really nice, and actually, the games that I do have, I didn't have the cases for. Like this one, for instance, a couple weeks ago, I bought it for 25 bucks, just the disc only, at a game store. Kirby Air Ride, an amazing title. You rarely see this either. Unfortunately, there is nothing in here, and the disc is one of the more scratched games, but it did work. I tested these all, and all of them work. But again, I didn't have the case for that, so really happy about that. Another amazing title that reluctantly does not have its manual, Luigi's Mansion, Player's Choice. Just the health and security booklets. Disc is in great shape. Really happy to add this to the collection. I have not ever come across this game. Oh my god, give me one sec. Alright, sorry about that. My dog is an idiot. Luckily, a Mario game that is complete in box. I think this is actually the only like Mario game that has its manual, but it's a really good game to have its manual. Mario Kart Double Dash with the bonus disc included. With the bonus disc, like this version, I own the one without. This one goes for like 50 bucks. So really happy about that. Both discs are amazing conditions. So really happy to add this to the collection. Since I am going for a complete GameCube collection, I'll probably be keeping the ones that have like one with and without the bonus disc. Let's see, Mario Power Tennis. No manual, unfortunately. Here's one that is kind of interesting that I never really heard of until just now. A $20 game, even without the manual. Metabots Infinity. A Sume title, which I believe they make all the Harvest Moon games. Disc is mint, so I don't really care that there's no manual in there, as long as the discs are in really good condition. Mega Man Network Transmission, really cool, and excited to add this to the collection. Mint disc again. Let's see. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. Oh, shit. Disc is in nice condition, but it is complete. I wish that this game would have not been the complete one, and like, Luigi's Mansion would have been complete, but whatever. Now, this is actually really fucking interesting. Game that, a lot of people have, Pokemon Colosseum, but, as you can see right there, it has the bonus disc, like, in with the game. Like, normally, if you don't know, there was a bonus disc by itself released, like, if you pre-ordered Pokemon Colosseum, it would be in a completely different separate case, like, with a manual and stuff like that, and it would have the disc in there. I've never, ever heard of this, ever, like, I looked all over eBay, I couldn't find it. I found a forum post of someone saying they had it, but they had no idea where they got it from. Some people say it was, like, as part of a Kmart bundle, so, but, yeah, as you can see, both the bonus disc and Pokemon Colosseum are in here, so, yeah, that's really fucking weird. There's also a not for resale sign right here. So yeah, that's really interesting. Let me know if you guys know anything about it in the comments. The other Pokemon RPG game, which is a little harder to find, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I already own this game, but as you saw, if you saw my GameCube pickup, like from a couple weeks ago, I got this game from a friend. So I'll probably sell this and just give them the money. I got this game disc only at Goodwill a month ago. Star Fox Adventures, no manual, but you know. Star Fox Assaults. I actually have this game. I got it in a trade, but it was Player's Choice and it did not have the manual. And this is not Player's Choice and does have the manual. So really happy to have that. You guys haven't seen my March Goodwill finds video yet, but I actually just found this like a week ago. Sonic Mega Collection. Player's Choice, complete in box, exactly like the one I found at Goodwill. Here's a really good one. Soul Calibur 2, complete in box. This is the only one, this is the only version that has Link included, so that makes it, I guess, a little bit more sought after. Sonic Riders. Now, surprisingly, they didn't have, see, they had Sonic Mega Collection, but they didn't have, and Sonic Riders, but they didn't have any, like, Sonic Adventure games. Like, they didn't have the first or second one, or anything like that. Oh, game I am super, super happy to add back to the collection. I had this game when I was, like, 8, but believe it or not, I was scared of it. And we sold it at a garage sale for, like, $5. Super Mario Sunshine. Really happy to add this. Unfortunately, no manual, which sucks, but the disc is in really nice condition, so really happy about that. Again, another A-plus title to get in the GameCube bundle. One of the more common games out there, but, you know, sells for $50 because of the competitive scene behind it. I play competitively. Super Smash Bros. Melee. I did not have the case, I just had the disc. And surprisingly, the disc is in pretty nice condition. Most Super Smash Bros. Games, like, just aren't in that good a condition because they get played so often. So it was nice to have that in good condition. Another really good title to add to the collection. Again, no manual, which sucks because that's the theme with, like, all the good titles, like the really A-plus titles. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure. It just has, like, a little advertisement in there and a precautions booklet, but the disc is gorgeous, never been played, so really happy to add that to the collection. And then I believe the rest of these games have the manual. The Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, complete with both discs. Weird that a Lord of the Rings title needs 2 discs. I guess since the movies are so long, you know, the games might as well be just as long. Probably the game in the worst condition, but still has the manual. Tony Hawk's Underground. You can see the case right there has some is like cracked, and the disc is in pretty awful condition. Don't know if you can tell about that, but the disc is in pretty shit condition. But it still works, so you know. Greatest Hits, or Player's Choice of True Crime, Streets of LA, complete. And then finally, a game that's, like, funnily enough, when I was talking about how I thought that these kind of games were worth something, I was surprised to learn that this one is WWE Day of Reckoning 2. This is like a $15 game, which is weird because most wrestling games are just not that good and not that sought after. What I've learned. But yeah, that is it. Everything there, $50. I asked her, like, as I was driving there, or as I was getting ready to go over there, I was like, how much money would you want? And she's like, I don't know, make me an offer. All I had with me was a $50 bill, and it just so happened that she had just 24 GameCube games, and I asked, I was like, I have a $50 bill, and she's like, that sounds perfect. So, all that stuff for $50 and everything collectively, I think is worth around like $500 because of just the quality of like all the games in there. Kirby Air Ride. I mean, you don't really see, like, with GameCube bundles, you'll get your Mario Sunshines, your Luigi's Mansions, because they were fairly popular games. But you know, I was lucky to find like Baten Kaitos, F-Zero GX, Kirby Air Ride. Oh god, what was the other one that was like you never find? I think it was like Zelda 4 Swords Adventure, Metabots Infinity, Mega Man Battle Network, or Network Transmission. You just don't see those kind of games, so really happy to just add some uncommon gems to the collection. Sucks that most of them did not have the manual. But I'm thinking, like, with Super Smash Bros. Melee, since I have the disc-only version, I was thinking about just selling that copy and then the disc-only copy for, like, I don't know, $50 each, get $100, and buy one complete in box, and then maybe get, like, another GameCube game with the money I make after that. But, that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This really isn't that much of a garage sales pickup because, I mean, I only went to one garage sale, one garage sale the entire week, but it just so happened I found all these other games from, someone who I met at a garage sale. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of these games, let me know. See, the GameCube games that I had owned beforehand: Sonic Mega Collection, that was complete in box. Um, the one I just showed you, that's up for trade. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Star Fox Adventures, and Kirby Air Ride are all disc only. If you're interested in just having the games just to play, just let me know. Yeah, I'm actually currently trying to work out a deal with someone like I got a Super Nintendo game. I got a double of one of those at Goodwill the other week, and I'm trying to work out a deal where I would be trading them that game and like $5-10 for Breath of Fire, which is a game I've been really really wanting to play. So hopefully I get that. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for Thank you guys so much for watching, and after this video, I should have a Goodwill video up in like 2 days or so. So, thank you guys for watching, and take care. Peace.